أمران تركتهما فيكم لن تضلوا ما تمسكتم بهما كتاب الله وسنتي وسنة نبيه صلى الله عليه وسلم. يعني هذا حديث. This hadith is being classified as Sahih in Sahih al-Jami' by Sheikh al-Albani. Abdullah ibn Wahb, he heard his teacher Imam Malik saying, and he was advising. He said, stick on that what the Prophet ﷺ told. And what did he told? He told that there are two things that if you stick on them, you will never go astray. The book of Allah and the sunnah of his messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this is a hadith, and it's an authentic hadith like we just heard. So if we as Muslims stick on two things, the book of Allah and the sunnah of his messenger, we will never go astray. Many people, they ask and they say there are many groups today, and every group is inviting to its masjid or to its aqidah. And the answer you can give to a person like that is this hadith, that there are two things and you will never go astray as long as you stick on them. The book of Allah and the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. And that is what you don't find only in one group, you find that. Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Also, one of his statements in his Aqidah is that Imam Malik said, Al-Imanu qawlun wa amal, yazidu wa yanqus. This also, the Aqidah of Imam Malik is that he said that the Iman is statements and actions by actions, and Iman also increases and decreases. So Iman is not only what is in the heart. Iman is statements and it's also deeds, and it increases with worshipping and it decreases by saying al-haram and doing al-haram. Then Iman goes down. And that is also what you feel. When you do haram, you feel that the Iman goes down. And this is very important because some groups, misguided groups, they say Iman is only in the heart. And that's why they think they can do everything because the Iman is in the heart. It's not like that. Iman is statements. Because the Prophet ﷺ said that Iman is more than 60 categories. In hadiths in Bukhari, the highest is saying La ilaha illallah. So saying La ilaha illallah is from Iman. And you say it by tongue. And the lowest of Iman is taking or removing harmful things from the street. And that you don't do that by heart. You remove things with your hands, with your feet. So the Prophet ﷺ said that is Iman. So that shows us that Iman is not only what is in the heart. And that's the fitna. What we have now is people, they say, I don't pray because Iman is in the heart. It's not like that. Iman is heart, statements by the tongue, and also action by the limbs. One of the statements of Imam Malik also is Allahu fi sama wa ilmuhu fi kulli makan. And this is the madhab of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Allah is above the heaven, and His knowledge is everywhere. We find that this is the madhab of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. And yesterday I gave a lot of proofs from the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ that Allah is above us. Also, ayyul ikhwah, his aqidah in terms of companions, how he used to see the companions. القاضي عياض أورد عن أشهب ابن عبد العزيز أنه قال كنا عند مالك. We were with Malik. Al-Qadi Iyad narrates that Ashhab ibn Abdul Aziz said, we were with Malik. إذ وقف عليه رجل من العلويين. A man came, he was from the Alawiyin, from those who prefer Ali more than other companions. He came and visited Imam Malik. وكانوا يقبلون على مجلسه and the people were very crowded surrounding Imam Malik to benefit from his knowledge. فَنَادَاهُ. So he said, Ya Abu Abdullah. The kunya of Imam Malik is Abu Abdullah, just like the Imam Ahmad, rahimahullah, Abu Abdullah, the father of Abdullah. He said, فَأَشْرَفَ لَهُ مَالِك. Imam Malik looked to him, وَلَمْ يَكُنْ إِذَا نَادَاهُ أَحَدٌ يُجِيبُهُ أَكْثَرْ مِنْ أَنْ يُشْرِفَ بِرَأْسِهِ. Imam Malik, when people used to call him by name, he did not do more than showing his face. When people call him, and he's like at home, he just looks from the window and says nothing. This is the way he used to react. So he didn't used to answer, he just used to look who the one is that used to call him. فَقَالَ لَهُ الطَّالِبِ. This person who used to prefer Ali more than the other three Khalifas, and that's the Alawiyun, he said, إِنِّي أُرِيدُ أَنْ أَجْعَلَكَ حُجَّةً فِي مَا بَيْنِي وَبَيْنَ اللَّهِ. I want to make you as a proof between me and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إِذَا قَدِمْتُ عَلَيْهِ فَسَأَلَنِي فَقُلْتُ مَالِكٌ قَالَ لِي. I want to put you in a situation between me and Allah, then when Allah will ask me on the day of judgment, then I will tell him, it's Malik that told me this, so I will not be irresponsible. Malik said, okay, go on. What's the situation? What's the thing you want to ask? فقال من خير الناس بعد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Who's the best person after the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم? Imam Malik said, like every Sunni has to say, Abu Bakr, because of the many proofs. قال العلوي ثم من. The man said, and then who? قال, Imam Malik said, ثم عمر. Then Umar ibn al-Khattab رضي الله عنه. The person went further and said, ثم من. قال, Imam Malik said, الخليفة المقتول ظلما. The third one, that's the best after Abu Bakr Umar, is the Khalifa that is killed in oppression. And that is Uthman radiallahu anhu. He was killed in dhulm. So that's what he said to him. قال العلوي, this man said, Wallahi, I swear by Allah, لا أجالسك أبدا. I will never sit with you again. Because he heard something that was against his misguided aqidah. قال له مالك. Imam Malik said, he did not raise his voice, Imam Malik, or shout against him, or say something back as reaction. He said, فَالْخِيَارُ لَكَ. That's your choice. You don't want to sit with me, that's up to you. Also, how Imam Malik rahimahullah used to deal with people of innovation. The people of innovation. And you all know the hadith where the Prophet ﷺ said that this ummah will split in 73 sects. All will be in the hellfire except for one. So how do we deal? We deal like Imam Malik rahimahullah said. Abu Nu'aym narrates in his Al-Hilya عن الشافعي أنه قال. الشافعي, like you all know, is the student of Imam Malik. الشافعي is the student of Imam Malik. So Shafi'i said, كان مالك ابن أنس إذا جاءه بعض أهل الأهواء. Imam Malik rahimahullah, Imam Shafi'i said that when people of innovation, people of desire used to come to Imam Malik, what did he do? قال أما إني على بينة من ربي وديني وأما أنت فشاك فاذهب إلى شاك فخاصمه. If a person of innovation used to come to Imam Malik, he used to tell him, Imam Malik used to tell him, what concerns me, I am not in doubt about my religion. But as for you, you are a person of doubt, so look for another person that is in doubt like you and go and talk with him. Don't talk with me. I am clear about my religion. I have no doubt. But as concerning you, go and find somebody else who is in doubt like you and go and discuss with him. So this is the madhab of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, that they don't discuss. They advise. but they don't discuss. And the Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith, it's authentic hadith, أنا زعيم ببيت في ربض الجنة لمن ترك المراء وإن كان محقا. The Prophet ﷺ said that he guarantees a house in the side of the Jannah for the one that leaves the discussion, although he knows the truth is with him. So if you leave the discussion and you know the truth is with you, the Prophet ﷺ guaranteed you a house in the sides of the paradise. Also he said, Imam Malik, من ابتدع في الإسلام بدعة يراها حسنة فقد زعم أن محمدا صلى الله عليه وسلم خان الرسالة لأن الله يقول اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم فما لم يكن يومئذ دينا فلا يكون اليوم دينا. Imam Malik said, any person, whoever makes an innovation in the religion, and he thinks that this innovation, this bid'ah, is a good thing. He had claimed that the Prophet ﷺ did not complete his message that Allah ordered him to give to the people. He said, because Allah said, today I have completed for you the religion. So Allah asserts us that the religion is complete. So if you come with an innovation, you think it's a good thing, it's just like you're saying that Allah's religion is not complete. And he ended this by saying that what was not a religion then, in the time of the Sahaba radiallahu anhu and the Prophet ﷺ, can never be religion today. This is golden rule. What was no religion then, in that time, can never be today religion. And we end, inshallah, this reminder by a statement of Imam Malik. And that is that a man came to him in his class and he said, Ar-Rahmanu ala al-Arshi istawa. Kayfa istawa? Ar-Rahman is above his throne. But how? How? In which way? Explain me that. Imam Malik rahimahullah, when he heard this, he put his head down and he started sweating from the danger of this question. He started sweating. He became angry. And this shows us that you have to know how to ask the questions. You're not allowed to ask any question you want. The Prophet ﷺ, he, like in Sahih al-Bukhari, وَكَرَّهَ لَكُمْ قِيلَ وَقَالَ وَكَثْرَةُ السُّؤَالِ وَإِضَاعَةَ الْمَالِ. Allah disliked for you three things. Similar, كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. Allah disliked for you قِيلَ وَقَالَ. قِيلَ وَقَالَ is they said and you said. Yani, you're always, what you hear, you give to the people. Anything you hear, you spread it. You keep only busy with news of people. And the Prophet ﷺ said, كَفَى بِالْمَرْءِ كَذِبًا أَنْ يُحَدِّثَ بِكُلِّ مَا سَمِعَ. It's enough lie for a person to spread everything he hears. It's enough lie for a person that he spreads everything that he hears, not verifying. And the second thing that Allah disliked is kathratu su'al, too much asking. Sahih Bukhari, this hadith. Allah dislikes that you ask too much. And it's here the meaning, like in the explanation of the hadith, it's not asking about religion, but asking about things that are not important to know. Things, going deep in things. Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, he used to beat those people who are asking questions that are not happening yet. You know, asking things that are not happening yet. The Sahaba, when a person used to come and he said, but if this and this, then how should I react? The Sahaba used to say, go back, and if it happened, then come back. So, saying like, if we are in the moon, do we have to pray downwards? Or if I am above the Kaaba, which direction I have to pray? These are all questions that are not related, because you might never pray above the Kaaba. So, Umar ibn Khattab used to beat for stupid questions, questions that are not related. You have to know how to ask. Abdullah ibn Abbas, radiallahu anhu, this companion, when a person used to ask him, he used to know from this question if he has knowledge or not. The way the person asked the question, he could make from that if this person has ilm or not. And the last thing that Allah disliked for the people is ida'atul mal, to spill the money in not a good reason. So Imam Malik, he started to sweat from this question. And then he raised his head, and he said, Al-istiwa'u ghayru majhul. Istiwa, that Allah raised above his throne, istiwa, it's not majhul, it's not unknown. In Arabic, if you say istiwa, it's known. An Arabic person knows what that means. Just like you say, the hand of Allah, we know what that means. Allah's face, like Surah Ar-Rahman, we know what that means. وَالْكَيْفُ غَيْرُ مَعْقُولٍ. And how, it's not known by us. So we understand the word hand. We understand the word that Allah is pleased, that Allah he has a face. Okay? We know that, what that means in Arabic. Okay? But how it looks like, we don't know. We don't know how. Look, in this world, we have hand, isn't it? Between us, we have hand. The Arabs, they say, Yadul insan, the hand of a human being. Yadul fil, the hand of an elephant. The hand of an elephant. We say, Yadu an-namla, the hand of an ant. And we say, Yadul bab, the hand of the door. It's all the word yad in Arabic, hand. But every hand is different. The hand of the elephant is not like the hand of the human being. Our hand is not like Allah's hand. Like I told yesterday, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَالسَّمَاوَاتُ مَطْوِيَّاتٌ بِيَمِينِهِ. And the heavens on the day of judgment will be folded in his right hand. The heavens. So, how's Allah's hand? It's great, but we cannot know, and we are not allowed to say how his hand is. We are not allowed to say how his hand. Only thing we know is it's not like anything in this dunya. لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ. Nothing is similar to him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we believe he has a hand. And when Iblis didn't prostrate, did the sujood, what did Allah tell him? قَالَ يَا إِبْلِيسُ مَا مَنَعَكَ أَن تَسْجُدَ لِمَا خَلَقْتُ بِيَدَيْ. Oh Iblis, what prevented you from doing sujood for what I have created with my 2 hands? So we believe in that. But how? We don't know. And no, brothers, the Prophet ﷺ, he told us, وَلَن تَرَوْا رَبَّكُمْ حَتَّى تَمُوتُوا. You will not see your Lord until you die. If somebody tells you he has seen Allah, don't trust him. Because the Prophet ﷺ said in a hadith, authentic hadith, and you will not see your Lord until you die. You know, when the Prophet ﷺ talked about the Dajjal, because the Dajjal, he will say that he is our Lord. So the Prophet ﷺ wanted to make it clear, and you will not see your Lord until you die. You will not see your Lord until you die. طبعا the kuffar will not see him. كلا إنهم عن ربهم يومئذ لمحجوبون. There will be, between them and Allah will be a veil. They will not see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the Muslims will see Him. So, Imam Malik said that al-istiwa is not unknown. The word istiwa, that Allah is heightened above His throne, is not unknown Arabic. But how? Kayf? Majhul. We don't know. وَالْإِيمَانُ بِهِ wajib. And to believe in that is wajib. It's compulsory. وَالسُّؤَالُ عَنْهُ بِدْعَةٌ. Asking this question is a bid'ah, innovation. Because you have not asked about that until you start to think in yourself. You started to do philosophy. How does Allah looks like? Is His hand like my hand? Is this like this? It's all philosophy. It's all from the shaitan. So asking this is innovation, bid'ah, because the Sahaba never asked these questions. The Sahaba never asked these questions to the Prophet ﷺ. وَمَا أَرَاكَ إِلَّا مُبْتَدِعًا فَأُمِرَ بِهِ فَأُخْرِجْ. And I don't see you only like an innovator. So he ordered the people to take him out of the class. So look what happened to this man. He was taken out of the class. And Imam Malik, he did not say 100% sure he's an innovator, but he said, I think that you are a mubtadi', innovator. Because this question he asked, it shows something. So this, brothers in Islam, this statement of Imam Malik, you find it back in almost all the books of Asma wa Sifat, the names and attributes of Allah, of Ahlul Sunnah, that you find this statement of Imam Malik. And Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah, he mentioned 8 attributes of Allah, and he used the same golden rule of Imam Malik. Give me any statement. I give you an example. The Prophet ﷺ, he told that Allah has a feet. And we believe in that. Because the Prophet ﷺ, he told that. And the Prophet ﷺ is the most knowledgeable person about Allah than anyone else. So believe that. So a person comes to us. He said, how is the feet of Allah? We start. Just like Imam Malik said. A feet is not unknown. The word feet is not unknown. Because Allah spoke with clear Arabic language. The Quran is clear Arabic language. It has one meaning. Feet is known. But how? How is unknown. How is unknown. We don't know how. And believing in it is wajib, compulsory. And asking this is bid'ah. So every single, we have a hadith where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He laughs. Somebody says, how does Allah laugh? We start from the beginning. Laughing is known. But how Allah laughs is unknown. And believing in it is wajib. So every single, Imam Ibn al-Qayyim, he mentioned 8 sifat, attributes that we can put in this. And every attribute we can do in this golden rule. So we have to accept this statement of Imam Malik. Somebody comes and says, I don't accept this because Imam Malik said, and I'm Shafi'i. I am Hanbali, I'm Hanafi. Imam Malik, he's not the first one to say this statement. This golden rule. Before him, his Shaykh, Rabi'a, he made this statement. Rabi'a, he made this statement. You can tell me I don't accept from Rabi'a. Before Rabi'a, it was Salama radiallahu anha, the wife of the Prophet ﷺ, who made this statement. Salama. And Imam al-Dahabi, he has a book, Kitab al-Arsh. He said, Asanid sahiha. The chains are authentic to Salama, the wife of the Prophet ﷺ. And she's not only the wife, she's also the mother of the believers. She's the mother of the believers. وَأَزْوَاجُهُ أُمَّهَاتُهُمْ. And his wives of the Prophet ﷺ are their mothers. So you don't accept for somebody with such a status, the mothers of the believers. She made this statement. Almost exactly like that. But she said something extra. She said, and denying it is kufr. Al-istiwa, that Allah is above His throne. a stronger statement than Imam Malik. She said denying it is kufr. So, she's the mother of the believers. And brothers, why are they the mothers of the believers? We go out of the subject. We are not allowed to marry any of the wives of the Prophet ﷺ. ذَلِكُمْ كَانَ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ عَظِيمًا وَكَمَا قَالَ تَعَالَى. Verily, doing that is a very great sin towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to marry any of the mothers of the believers. And you know the hadith that a wife will be the wife of the husband. If they go both to Jannah, the wife will be the wife of the latest husband. And that's why none of the wives of the Prophet ﷺ married with a man after he died ﷺ, because they will be their wife, his wife in the paradise. You know, if like you're married to a sister and you die. She marries another man. She will be the wife of the latest man in the paradise. And that's why they never married after he passed away. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. And I don't think there's any question about this subject, inshallah. I think everything was clear. Tfaddal. I need to do some research to give a good answer about that. Wallahu a'lam. Now. Jazakum Allahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum.